Alrighty, my dears. So we are again continuing setting yourself up for success when it comes to building your best online business. So welcome back. There are a few things that I wanted to share with you today. I wanted to talk about the significance of, number one, your connections and making sure that you're proactively reaching out to some people in your circle so that you can talk about potential collaborations and how you can work together. So the first thing that I did today was I said I challenge you in some way to make a list, okay? Short list, 5 to 10 people that you know that you would love to reach out to and say, hey, here, can we work together in some way? That's number one. But number two, make a list of people that you follow. And you can say, hey, I follow you. I admire what you do. I would love for you to, or I would love for us to ... work together, right? Because collaboration is important and the success of your business depends upon the company that you keep. I had some great conversations with my girl, Carol Sankar and Cameka Smith. They are some amazing women entrepreneurs, experts that are part of Back to Business this year, super eager to share what they know when it comes to growing your business. And those connections came through not just the online, but the offline, right? Getting on the phone, meeting in person, connecting on deeper levels. So you want to make sure that you are in good company. You really take some time to assess who's in your company, identify people you know that you can reach out to, whether it be, again, email, in-person, call, over the phone, some way, or people that you follow so that you can make some strong connections, okay? So the first thing that I want to do is Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome. Hi, Sydney. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome back, my dears. Cameka, if you are here, there should be an option for you to invite yourself. Hey, guys. There should be an option for you to invite yourself to join my live. I'm looking for you in the viewers so I can add you to the conversation. And if you're here, let me know. So while I'm waiting for my girl Cameka, and hopefully we can get this tech thing to work for us so I can add her into the live. Again, first C was connection. Second C, for me anyway, is community, creating a community. Everyone here should have a community for their brand, whether it's something as small as a local meetup group, or it's something like a Facebook virtual group, or you have your own membership mastermind. Everyone here needs some sort of community network that you're building around your brand so that, number one, your people can have deeper relationships with each other. And then number two, you've got a platform on which to grow your business to a larger degree. So feel free to share here if you do have a community to let us know what it's all about. And of course, my girl Cameka Smith, her network, her amazing network, Boss Network, Bringing Out Successful Sisters, is definitely one of those great networks that you guys should know about. Actually, let me also take a look here as well. I'm trying to do like 15 things at once so I can share this with you guys. Number one, and then the next one, make sure that I can see when Cameka jumps on here with you all as well. Let's see if we can get this to work out today. Hold on, let me just also make sure that she's got the link. And you guys just kind of get the opportunity to listen to me type in the background. Just so I can make sure that this is good for her and she's all set to jump in. And I'm not seeing comment yet, so I'm not sure if Cameka is in the live yet, but let's see Oh yeah, I've been typing since high school, so it's just natural. All right. Hey, Michelle. Welcome, my dear. Welcome, welcome. So I'm really, really excited for you guys to be able to listen to the full masterclass that I did with Cameka on understanding how to create your own opportunities, how to find funding through working through different organizations that can help fund your business and help it grow. One of the things that we talked about were some interesting opportunities that she's gotten over the years simply from a side effect of being a contributor, of being a supporter, of working with other women and helping their business grow. And then in those opportunities and spaces, people going, you know, I like what you do and I want to support you. So one of the big C words that I'm talking about today, I talked about being in good company, right? I gave you a challenge to identify people that you either know or follow that you want to make connections with. One of the things that I talked about, and that rather we talked about in our session, was, again, understanding contributions. How are you going to support other people to help them in their businesses, right? How are you going to teach other people? How are you going to, just like me today, I'm jumping on a live web class with you, right? And hopefully I have the opportunity to bring Cameka on here too. What are some things that you're doing to contribute to the larger business society, to people in your industry, and really go out and support others, right? So I want you to think about that, not just from the simple perspective of, I know I got to create lead magnets and freebies to get people, but I mean genuine. I've been doing this for almost 2 decades now. And, you know, whether it be the Sister Sense Network or the BBWO Network or Back to Business or web classes, conference calls, going out to different events for free just to share the things that I know. There have been things that I've done over the years to contribute, right? To teach others, to support others just by showing up. And that's something that I encourage you to think about as well. Just by jumping on here, showing up, sharing what I know, that has inspired other people to go, man, if Lashanda is doing it and she learned how to transition from New York to North Carolina, if she had a baby and she was living in a little apartment building and now she's owning her own home, I can do that too. So I encourage you to identify the company that you keep, number 1. Number 2, the community that you're creating, or rather create a community. But number 3, contributions. How are you contributing? How can you contribute to support other people and to help them grow in some way, shape, or form, right? Those are 3 really, really important C's for me. And I really encourage you to think about all of the above. Now, I'm going to try one more time to see. I'm going to try one more time to see. I feel like I just saw Cameka tag me. So I know you're... Cameka, are you here? I just saw a tag from her. Now, you should see an icon. I feel like you're here in the building. Let me know if you see an icon that you can just add yourself to the live. It looks like a little photo, a person with a little photo beside it. Because I'm looking through the stream and I can't see you to add you into the live. But let's work this out. And if you guys can hang tight with me as I try to get this technology to work for me, we should be good. I see I can add a few folks, but I'm not seeing you in the mix here, Cameka. Facebook, what you doing to me? And I know my ladies are busy ladies, so I always be like, with technology. When technology want to be acting funky, I'm like, because I want to make sure that we can jump in, get it on and popping, and then it's on to the next thing. So let me see here if there's one more thing that I can try to see if I can find you, Cameka. Okay. Let me see how I can get you into the live. Okay, so it says that you joined. And wait, I see that it says I'm here. Okay, awesome. Now, oh, wait, you just... I just saw it said I'm here. And I was about to add you to the live and you disappeared. So I don't know what just happened. Are you still here? Doggone it. Okay, hopefully you're still here, because you were here and then you disappeared. So there's the icon for technology is just acting funky for me right now. Let me see. Okay, so I see. Did you just come out and come back in? There should be an icon for you to add yourself or invite yourself to join the live. As you guys see my fingers all over the doggone screen. Where did you go? Where did you go? Okay, do this for me. I don't... Yes. Do this for me real quick. Just exit out and come back in and let me see if that does it, because you were right there for me to add you and now you're not, so I can't add you. I'm not seeing you on the list. Next time I'm just going to do Be Live, because direct multiple lives with the with Facebook is just acting funky for me. So let's try that. If it works, great. If it don't, we'll try it another day. I'm not trying to let technology drive me crazy, because I know you got things to do. But okay, so let's see if you could pop out, pop back in, and I can add you that way. If I can, wonderful. If not, we leave it alone. Okay, it says that you're watching now, which is wonderful. Okay, I see you. You are watching now, but it won't let me invite you. I don't know why. It won't let me add you to the feed. I'm wondering, are you on your computer? Because I'm on my phone. I'm wondering if you need to be on your phone for it to work. Because I'm on my phone doing this recording. I'm wondering if that's the issue. Okay. We're not going to stress about it. It's all right. Y'all, I wanted you to be able to hang out with my girl Cameka, but I'm not sure what's the dealio is, because I can see you now, which is great, but there's not a button to add you. Like, it can add a few other people to the live, but for whatever reason, I can't seem to add you to the live. And I can only assume that maybe if you're on the computer, you need to be on the phone. Okay, you'll try the phone? Okay. We'll try it, Lord. We'll try one last thing. And then we're just gonna leave alone. Leave alone. And I'll do Be Live next time, because it's a little bit easier than doing it from Facebook Live. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. You know, we did a couple of lives last week with June, and that kind of worked out, but we'll see this time around. So alrighty, y'all, you guys are patiently waiting for me to follow up with you as far as these 3 C's to setting yourself up for success. I've walked through them thus far, but what I wanted to do was to have the amazing Cameka Smith, founder of the Boss Network, jump on here and share some recommendations as well. And she is here in spirit. She's been trying to jump on, but Facebook Live is not trying to work with us. So we're trying one more time to see if it works. But otherwise, again, when you sign up for the Back to Business virtual conference over at backtobusiness.me, it is the place to be, because this year we're talking about being ready for revenue. And as part of the conversation around finding funds to fund your business, I have a few amazing business women who are sharing their funding secrets and solutions. Cameka Smith is one of them. She's going to be diving into some smart things that you can do, specifically around talking about her success when it comes to funding, sponsorships, and attracting people who are really interested in working in her business, or rather helping her grow her business. One of my favorite quotes is, "You cannot be what you can't see." And so being in a space where you could see her success, she's got her 10th year anniversary this year. Yay! Of the Boss Network. You can see her success. You can see the things that she's done to be able to get to this point. I want you to be able to have those kind of people around you and to be able to network with them too. She does have a Boss Network event coming up in October. And she always has quite a few boss events. So you want to make sure that you're a part of her network as well. So let's see, as we patiently wait here, just to see one more time if maybe the mobile can work better than... Right? Michelle says Cameka is amazing. Absolutely, guys. If you're not following the Boss Network on Instagram, you definitely need to, number one. And number two, as we're sitting here waiting and conversating about some things you need to do, you can take this opportunity to, outside of the Boss Network, feel free to share if you do have a profile or a platform that's a community for women. It doesn't necessarily have to be a business community, but if you do have a community for women, feel free to share that as well. As you know, Sister Sense is all about my fire starter circle. Fire, 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 fire. Cameka has the Boss Network. If you have a community, feel free to share it. If you have a platform on Instagram and you are consistently sharing information, motivation, direction, and contributing to the people within your industry, feel free to share your Instagram channel as well. As you know, mine is Sister Sense, right? Instagram at Sister Sense. And you can find Cameka consistently on the Boss Network. So I'll give you guys an opportunity to pop that into the inbox and let me know if that's something that you would like to share as well. And you know, I get so geeked out when I get to talk to my fellow girl bosses, and even on our busy schedules, we love what we do. So I can feel Cameka's energy. She's trying to come through and get on here so she can talk to you guys. And I'm going to wait just a few minutes more just to see if we can work that out. But if not, I'm going to tell her not to worry about it, and we'll try it another time. Because I definitely don't want to take up too much of your time, because I know you guys are patiently waiting, and definitely want to make sure that she's got things to do today as well, that we don't hold her up. Let's see. So Michelle is sharing her community. My community is Real Queens Who Lead. Awesome. Feel free, ladies, to share your community too. Alrighty, so let me do one last check-in with her. And my apologies, y'all. Technology just didn't want to work with us today. sad face. I feel like I'm doing like a watch me while I type on my computer live. Okay, hold on one second. Oh, you're here. Awesome. I see that it says check group request. We're actually on the business page and not inside the group. Facebook. You pissing me off. Add. Oh my God. It let me add you. Wait a minute. Like 20 minutes later, I see that it's adding you. Okay, so it should pop up on your screen, the guest add invitation. Let's fingers crossed do it a 60-second live. Let's see if this works. Fingers crossed. Hey, what's up, girl?
Listen, this is so funny. My phone wanted us to be on horizontal, so I said, okay, let me change this around. But you know what? I'm not gonna be able to hold this, so I'm gonna try to see if I can sit this up here. Oh my goodness.
Technology is like, no.
Listen.
When two bosses get into the
I was
building,
watching you. I was like, oh, my poor baby. I said, I gotta get on here. She is just over there struggling. I did not want you struggling like that. So I don't have my stand. So let's see. How does that work? Can you guys see me?
Yes, that works.
That works. Okay.
That is fabulous. Yes.
Hey,
okay,
hey. I'm gonna try to get this on my page too. Cause my people love it. Are you coming on or what?
When my entrepreneurs are truly invested.
Because we don't give up. We do not give up. We're like, listen, we're gonna make this happen. One way or the other.
One way or the other. So listen,
yes.
I just want you to be able to come on here and let people see the amazingness that is Miss Cameka Smith.
Thank you.
First and foremost, I just want to say congratulations. 10-year anniversary of the Boss Network, right?
10 years,
and we were talking about the fact that, you know, it's such an important thing for you to be in a space where you understand the significance of growing as you go. As that's one of Cameka's signature statements, right? You know, I was going as I was growing.
Man, yes, indeed.
A little bit about who you are, your success thus far, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay, say that again.
Just share a little bit about who you are and your success thus far.
Oh, absolutely. So first off, I want to just say hello to all of the Sister Sense community out there. Thank you guys for patiently waiting on us as we get this live together. I appreciate you. You know, all of my boss ladies that are online, thank you guys so much for supporting us these last 10 years. My goodness. So what can I say? You know, I'm Cameka Smith, founder of the Boss Network. We are celebrating our 10-year anniversary, and let me tell you, it has been a journey. But the most amazing thing is we've been able to do exactly what we set out to do, which is help women of color grow in their businesses. We have probably over 100,000 women that are connected to our community, and we have helped over 2,500 women start businesses. And it's just been an amazing journey. And so I will say that I'm still growing as I'm going. And the next 10 years is going to be even more amazing. And so I thank you again, Lashanda, for having me on. I think I met you probably year one. So to be here full circle, it's awesome. It really is.
You know, just being a web designer, graphics designer, I've had the pleasure of working with so many amazing people.
Yes.
Cameka Smith, one of them. You know, when I used to do the customizations of networks, hers was one of the best ones that I worked on. Been growing and
you
going.
helped us out.
Listen, supporting each other, working with each other, so important. 3 C's that I said to you guys today. Number 1, you've got to look at your company. Who is in your company, right? Being able to jump on the phone today with Cameka, have her here live, be in person. You guys have to look at your network. Who is in your company? Number 2, have an amazing community. Boss Network is amazing. Over 100,000 women connected, bringing out successful sisters. So important. You've got to contribute. Cameka shows up. She contributes on her Instagram page. She shows up and she teaches and she reaches others. And I want you guys to understand the significance of doing the same. So creating community, working on your connections, making sure that you're effectively contributing. These are all amazing things that Cameka has done. I'm super excited to have her speaking as part of Back to Business. You guys are in for a treat to listen to her session. I know you've got a lot to do, but if there's one thing that you could share with the ladies as far as staying motivated and your secret success, is there anything that you could share?
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, you know, first of all, I don't want to rush because I feel like these ladies have waited patiently. So I want you to, you know, if you got more questions, I'm willing to ask.
Okay.
The one thing that I would like to encourage women is to, and it's so cliche, it really is, but honestly, believe in yourself. You know, entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. It is hard work. And I think that along the way, you get so many people that, you know, maybe doubt you, or even you doubt yourself. And so, and a lot of that comes from rejections, from people telling you no, from people not supporting. But you have to believe in yourself more than anybody, because you know, it's not the person who wins the race the fastest, is the person who endures to the end. And so I tell people, consistency is probably the most important thing in a business, because, you know, especially nowadays where we have social media, where you have businesses and brands popping up every day, you have people, you know, all doing the same thing. What's going to set you apart is your consistency, your dedication, and your passion for what you do. If you're not excited about what you do and you don't have that glow in your eye when you're talking about it, then nobody else is going to be excited about it. So you got to be consistent. And I don't care if people are tired of you talking about it on your Facebook page or on your newsletters. Like, you have to keep pushing what it is that you have to offer to the world, because trust me, somebody out there, they need it. Yeah.
And I totally agree. You know, I was on the phone with Cameka today. I was on the phone with the Millionaire Mindset coach, Carol Sankar. She said she does real estate. So she's going to be talking about real estate investment as far as Back to Business. She said, Lashanda, I already bought 3 properties this morning and it ain't 11 o'clock yet.
Yeah.
So that
come on, that's boss. I just took my 3rd real estate course for real estate investment. So listen, as bosses, we have to have multiple streams of income. So yes, I agree with that, boss lady, for sure.
Now, there's something she said, and I want you to just to kind of give us your take on it. She talked about having to get contracts when it comes to real estate. And she said, real talk, I'm going to be honest with you, I probably get 190 no's, because we're putting out 100 to 300 contracts a week. So I'm getting like hundreds of no's before I get one yes.
Oh, yeah.
How do you think about that, or feel that as far as you as an entrepreneur over the last 10 years?
Oh my goodness. You know, I feel like no is a part of the journey, right? If you don't get told no, that means you're not talking to anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's important. If nobody's told you no, you're not talking to anybody that can actually make a decision to take you to that next level. That's just a part of the process. Yeah. All you need is that one yes. You know, I tell people I don't focus on the no's. All I need is that one yes, and that's what's going to put you over the top with your business. You know, I remember when I first started pitching for sponsorship, because I do have a brand where we work with corporate companies for a sponsorship to be able to create events for the women within our network. And so to be able to create these events, we need sponsorship dollars so that we can do them, you know, the way we want to. And in order to get those sponsors, we have to go out, we have to pitch, we have to create, you know, decks, we have to build relationships. And so many of times I have been told no, or, you know, a person never responded to my email, or, you know, they didn't respond to the 10 emails that I sent, but I am consistent. I am consistent. And I know that connection and relationship is probably one of the most important things that you can have in business. And so I really take the time out to kind of see what's in it for the other person. I think as entrepreneurs, it's really easy for us to feel like, what's in it for me, right? This is my brand, this is my business, you know, it needs to work for me. But the reality is, no, it's not about you. It's about your clients that you work with. It's about the consumers that you're serving. It's about the corporate companies that you're pitching to. It's about everybody else, because at the end of the day, even though you are an entrepreneur, you still need somebody else to write the check. So yeah, I mean, communication is important.
There you go.
One of the things I learned in business that I was not interested in is that I'm a salesperson. One of my mentors, he told me, he said, listen, I don't care what business you're in, you are in the business of sales. And if you don't want to sell a person, if you don't want to convince people or show them why your product or your service is good for them, then you're not going to be in business long. And so that literally put me over the edge when it came to transferring my business from a business that was, you know, literally making just enough revenue to keep going to, you know, tripling my revenue in 1 year through clients, through corporate sponsors, through memberships. And so it is about finding out what your customer wants, what's important to them, and then creating something that has value. You know, I over deliver. You know, if I'm working with somebody, I want them to feel like when they walked away from the table, they got over on me. You know?
You know, one of my favorite quotes is, you got to make sure that your free stuff is better than they paid stuff.
Come on.
And even when the Boss Network, you follow Cameka, she's got hundreds of thousands of people just consistently following, right? Just follow on Instagram. You won't be disappointed, right? Being in a space where you're really creating a space where you're cultivating value, because a lot of people will tell you about lead magnets, fees, but a lot of people are doing it with I just need to throw something out there.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's all about me. You know, personal branding, I feel like has really, you know, God has made us such a selfish, I would say, generation. You know, it's all about me and promoting myself and what I have to offer, but it really is about who you're serving. And so even today, you know, one of my collaborators, Latoya Dennis with the Motivated Mom, she's having a big conference out in Dallas. And I know that I'm not going to be in Dallas this year, but I was able to create an opportunity with her where I'm able to send 25 of my members to her conference on behalf of the Boss Network, you know, so that's the benefit of being a boss lady, right? So creating those opportunities for your members, for your customers, where you can actually give them more than what they've paid for, or even create an opportunity where they can actually continue to grow, whether they're working with you at that moment or not. That's what's important, because it's about the residual, right? I know more than anything, word of mouth marketing is still the best marketing out there. So even though I get a client, I want them to be able to send me 3 clients next year.
Right. Absolutely. So how can you work with, because we're going to talk about sponsorship and funding and those things, but I love that you touched on how can you work with your customers?
Yes.
How can you work and create better experiences for them? How can you create collaborations with, even when there isn't a space for it, right? So you said, I can't go to Dallas, but there's something that we can do together, right?
Right.
You know, got back to business, and while Cameka can't work with us live, guess what? She's got a masterclass. So you guys are going to be able to listen to her good, and rewind and repeat all the wonderful stuff that she wants to share about her story and recommendations. We found a way to make it work. Y'all can find an excuse and you can find a way, but you cannot do both. So you want to make sure you're proactive about thinking out of the box, supporting your customers, and working with the people who want to work with you as well. That's so right. I want to just ask one more question before we drop off for today. When you look at your 10 years, right, and all the things that you've done, can you think of one pivotal thing that you said, man, this really changed the trajectory of my success? And I know you talked about 1 year in particular where you tripled in sales. Was it that year? Was it something else that you said, this changed my success?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think for me, one of the things, and it honestly, I think we all had that aha moment in entrepreneurship where we see the shift in our business. And I'll be honest, it didn't even come from a financial investment, although that financial investment in my business from sponsors and entrepreneurial incubators that I pitched to be a part of. Those things actually really helped me because you can't grow without financial support, you know? But one of the biggest things, Lashanda, I'll be honest, was mentorship. That mentorship, like I told you, I was a part of an incubator through Power Moves in collaboration with Essence Magazine. And when they pitched me the opportunity, I was already a third-year business owner. And so in the beginning, I felt like, oh, well, I know I'm not going to win this competition. Not that I didn't feel like I was able to win, but I just knew kind of what was already going into the competition. And so once I researched the organization, I saw the value of the participation. I felt like, okay, this is worth my time and energy. And honestly, that 6 weeks of mentoring changed my business trajectory forever. Like it literally helped me to learn more about the financial aspect, because a lot of us, we talked about earlier, how there's only Black businesses have grown over 400% in the last few years, but we still only receive about 0.5% of initial investment from companies that want to invest in small businesses. That's ridiculous. But the reality is a lot of it is because we don't create businesses where we know what our financial return on investment is for the investor. And so having those mentors that were, solidified, multimillionaires who actually taught me how to look at the revenue structure of my business, it changed the game for me. So even though I didn't get any financial benefit from being in that program, and I gave up 6 weeks of my time to participate in that mentorship, it was a huge payoff for me. So I tell people, take advantage of mentorship. There's so many free programs out there, like the Small Business Development Center, like SCORE, like, the Minority Women's Business Development Center, and other organizations out there that help entrepreneurs with free resources to grow their business. Take advantage of that. You don't have to be alone in this, because entrepreneurship is very lonely. You spend a lot of time as a founder by yourself at home, whether you work from home or you're working from a Starbucks or you're working in your office. And so you need a community around you that can support you to help you take that to the next level.
So significant. Really, I want you guys to think about, and real talk, identify, if you feel like you're going through this journey alone, you need to stop that, right? You need to get to a point where you say, I'm not going to be afraid of rejection. I'm not going to be afraid of putting myself out there. How much or how longer are you going to stifle your growth trying to do this alone, right? Because again, yes, as Michelle pointed out, as Cameka pointed out, it can be very lonely. How long are you going to do that before you move forward and
that's
out
right.
to others? So I truly, truly thank you so much for Cameka, for you jumping on here. Number one. Number two, for being once again a Back to Business expert. Cannot wait to have the ladies here. All your good as part of Back to Business. Make sure that you go over backtobusiness.me. It's the place to be to get connected to amazing women entrepreneurs like Cameka, 6- and 7-figure women who are really invested in seeing you grow. And I want you to know that if you're not already doing so, make sure that you follow the Boss Network. Cameka, can you give them all the URLs, please?
Yes. So before we end, I want to also make sure that I would not be remiss to invite all of the ladies to celebrate with us for our 10-year anniversary here in Chicago at the beautiful Palmer House Hilton Hotel. We are going to have an amazing celebration, but also an amazing and inspiring and also educational conference on October 11th and 12th. So visit ladiesthatleadtour.com for information about the conference. If you want to join the Boss Network, you want to be connected, you want to grow your brand, you want to boss up, make sure you visit thebossnetwork.org and the Boss Network, all on social media platforms. And again, thank you, Lashanda. We love you over here at the Boss Network, so I appreciate you.
Wait, hold on. But you didn't tell them about Queen Mother, who's going
to be listen, I know, right? So our keynote speaker this year, every year we have, amazing speakers, keynote speakers. So this year we're working with the Queen Mother, Queen Bee Mom herself, Miss Tina Knowles. I want you guys to go on her Instagram and flood her page and let her know that you guys are excited for her to work with the Boss Network. She's been such an amazing supporter, and we're just excited to have her here this year. And we also have some really, really great speakers, and it's all sponsored by Prudential. So we're just excited. You guys need to come to Chicago. It's not going to be cold yet, so come on.
You still going to have good weather, great company. You've got some amazing women. Cameka is just heading the show. She's been doing this for a decade. Listen, you know, when they say you've been in it for a minute, she's a master at this, right? So make sure you follow her. Woo. Boss Network.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my dear, for technology being what it is. You jumped on here and you were here to share. So thank you for that.
Entrepreneurs, we're tenacious. We don't give up. That's right. Bye, guys. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. All righty. Thank you. Take care, y'all. Have a blessed day. Till next time. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.